The new season and the latest update have had quite an impact on the current meta. That's why I've analyzed all 123 heroes and found the 10 best ones right now. Like always, I'll provide the suggested builds and go over some practical tips and tricks to get the most out of each hero. So let's start the video. On number 10 we've got Masha. I know she might not be the most picked one, but hear me out. So when it comes to team fights, Masha might not steal the spotlight, but put her in a 1 versus 1 scenario and boom, she's unstoppable. Why, you ask? Well, her ultimate is the game changer. It puts a 2-second ban on basic attacks, giving her the perfect window to dismantle her opponents, especially the basic attack damage based ones. But that's not all. Pick the right items and Masha turns into a quick jungler. She blitzes through monsters, stacking up that gold like it's going out of style. Efficient farming equals a stronger you. And let's talk about the big shots, the turtle and the lord. Masha doesn't break a sweat taking them down. Plan your farming route strategically and you'll be wiping out those major objectives in a blink. Now tell me, who wouldn't want a hero like that on their team? Masha thrives against heroes addicted to basic attack. Layla, 1-1, Argus, Aulus, they're practically handing you the victory on a silver platter. So if you're smart about it, you pick Masha against the right lineup, boosting your chance of dominating the match. A while back I made a great guide about her, and you can find the link in the description. Now, if you like more tanky heroes, buckle up because the next hero on our list is tailor-made for you. Our 9th best hero is Barret, and he's here to steal the show after a killer revamp and some item tweaks. Let me break it down for you. Pre-update, Barret had a bit of a struggle maintaining those precious stacks, which resulted in a high mana consumption. But guess what? Those times are ancient history. Thanks to Moonton's magic touch, Barret now maxes out at 10 stacks instead of the previous 25, making it easier to get and maintain full stacks. Now, why is this a game changer? Hitting the maximum stacks provides Barret an insane boost. 100 extra hybrid defense, stronger basic attack damage with a side of slow for all targets, and the best part, a whopping 15% resilient. Pair that up with tough boots, the revamped brute force chestplate, and the defense potion, and boom, CC almost completely stops to harm you, where you can deploy this powerhouse anywhere you fancy. XP lane, jungle, or even as a roam hero. The secret sauce to mastering Barret: keep those stacks high and lock onto the damage dealer. He's got this beautiful balance of offense and defense, so use those abilities wisely. Barret is the nightmare of CC heavy teams. Tigreal, Selena, Sylvana, Nana, they all shudder at sight of Barret. His passive and a few well-chosen items turn him into a CC ignoring machine. We've got a lot of heroes ahead, so without further ado, let's roll on to the next hero. Hold on to your seats, because hero number 8 is none other than Xborg. And trust me, he's still rocking the house in almost any situation. Why is he so strong? Well, let me spill the beans, especially with the revamped War Aches, making him even more of a threat. Picture this: Xborg, the fire-wielding maestro, burns his target with a flamethrower, dishing out some serious area of effect damage. But here's the kicker: it converts to true damage if he keeps the heat on long enough. Now, enter the changed War Aches, adding a splash of extra true damage to the mix. There's more. The Ice Cream Wand is like Xborg's trusty sidekick. Why? Because it makes his skills slow down enemies. And considering his skills unleash a lot of small amounts of damage, this item is the perfect weapon to ramp up the effectiveness of his abilities. Now, when is Xborg at his absolute best? 2 scenarios, my friends. First up, he's the bane of heroes with high defense. Why? Because his true damage doesn't give a hoot about defense stats. It cuts through like a hot knife through butter. And here's the second gem. When you've got teammates who can gather enemies in one spot by centering them with their skills, Xborg becomes a fiery tornado, dealing area of effect damage. Pick him against teams boasting heroes like Grog, Ruby, and Johnson. Or team him up with allies like Atlas, Tigreal, and Cecilia. Grab that flamethrower and let the firestorm begin. Xborg is here to turn your enemies into crispy critters. But hey, we're just getting started on this hero countdown. Stick around for the next one. Get ready, because sliding into the number 7 spot is none other than the mighty Tigreal. And let me tell you, he's a tank powerhouse. Tigreal isn't your average tank, he's the king of crowd control. Every single one of his skills bring a different flavor of CC to the table. His first skill, it's a slow. His second skill, oh, that's a reposition combined with a good old airborne knock. And the grand final, his ultimate. A crowd pulling, stun-inducing spectacle. Why does Tigreal deserve a spot on your team? Tigreal's skills are tailor-made for protecting his allies from those pesky rushers. The main job of any self-respecting tank. Tigreal isn't just about soaking up damage. His passive blocks every 5th basic attack, shaving off a cool 20% of the damage. Talk about a tank who knows how to take a punch. But that's not all. Tigreal loves playing the Puppet Master, bringing in heroes with massive area of effect damage like Exborg, Alpha, Veil or Hannibal, and watch the magic happen. Stun, group, kill. It's a symphony of destruction. Sure, Tigreal might not be your go-to hero for damage dealing, but if you've got a taste for setting up easy wins in teamfights with some heavy hitting allies, he's your man. Now, if offense is more your style, stay tuned because the next hero might be the one for you. Get ready to be wowed, because our number 6 is none other than 1-1. The mobile marksman sensation ready to unleash some serious damage. Let me tell exactly why she's an awesome marksman right now. Here's the kicker. After each basic attack, 1-1 does a little hop, which is her main form of movement. So no boots needed for this girl. She's all about that high attack speed, ensuring she jumps around like a hyperactive bunny on steroids. Why? Because mobility is the name of her game. But let's talk about her skills. They're pure gold. The first one dishes out generous servings of damage and can stun multiple enemies. The second, a skill that wipes away all those pesky CC effects. That's a wonderful gift for any marksman. However, 1-1's true power comes from her ultimate. Unlock it by hitting all the weaknesses of a target. Activate it and watch her ascend into the air, immune to damage and CC, raining bullets on her hapless victim. Making a kill, she gracefully hops to the next target, extending the skill. She's the fear of heroes with poor mobility. Hylas, Layla, Terisla and Eudora, you better watch out. 1-1 will be on your tail, unlocking that ultimate and turning the battlefield into her playground. I know this hero isn't for everyone, so let's move on to the next one. Claiming the prestigious 5th spot is none other than Estes, the healing maestro who can turn the tide of battle in a blink. Let me break down why he's the go-to guy for keeping your team in tip-top shape. Estes is not your average support. He's the healing hero you've been dreaming of. His first skill dishes out targeted heals like candy. And his second skill, an area that slows all intruders by a whopping 80%. That's a true speed bump. Now let's talk about his ultimate. Activate it and watch as Estes bathes his allies in a healing fountain, bringing them from the brink to full health in a blink of an eye. And here's the magic trick. The more magic power Estes has, the more potent his heals become. Toss in some cooldown reduction and you've got a healing machine ready to roll. Now, everyone loves having Estes on their team, but he truly shines in specific lineups. Who loves him the most? Heroes without healing abilities. Estes is their lifeline, the difference between recalling and staying on the battlefield, racking up kills and farm. So who's on the hit list for Estes? Eudora, Saber, Nana and Hylas. These heroes will adore having Estes by their side, granting them the gift of sustained power instead of rushing back to the base. Just focus on healing as much as possible. And you have matches like this being a true great supporter of your team. Now, Estes may be fantastic, but there are still 4 heroes who manage to steal the spotlight. The 4th slot is claimed by the versatile Angela, a support hero who may not outshine in raw healing, but really buffs her allies. First off, Angela's got this neat combo with her first skill, which stacks up to 5 times, and when unleashed on an enemy, she deals damage and slows the target. Cast it on an ally and voila, you've got yourself a healing touch. Her second skill is where the immobilizing magic happens. Give it a moment and boom, the enemy is stuck like glue, ready for your team to make their move. However, it's Angela's ultimate that truly sets her apart. For a whopping 12 seconds, she jumps onto an ally, casting spells, healing, dealing damage and bringing all sorts of utility to the battlefield. Angela can also zip around with up to 30% extra movement speed when casting skills. And this speed boost extends to the lucky heroes she's attached to. Now that's what I call teamwork. Angela truly shines when paired with the right allies. Those who can make the most of a big movement speed boost are her best buds. Think Martus, Leomord, Esmeralda and Helkert. They're A match made in gaming heaven. Timing is everything with Angela. Nail that ultimate at the perfect moment and you're not just supporting your team, you're paving the way for some glorious, satisfying kills. But hold your horses, we're only scratching the surface. The top 3 heroes are waiting in the wings, so let's see which are the 3 best ones right now. Hold your breath, because the bronze medal goes to the formidable Guinevere. A hero that might have taken a hit from Moonton in the early game, but is still a force to be reckoned with. Let's unpack why she's rocking the number 3 spot. Guinevere, despite the early game tweaks, remains a solid pick. Her combo is a thing of beauty, capable of dishing out thousands of damage before her unfortunate target can even blink. Here's the most easy combo. Jump onto an enemy, unleashing skill 1 right away, and cap it off with her ultimate. The result? A few thousand damage that can turn an enemy's full HP into a distant memory. I've got the full Guinevere guide. All the combos, tips and tricks you need to dominate the match. Check out the link in the description for the deep dive. Now, Guinevere is a versatile choice, but to maximize her effectiveness, aim for heroes with poor mobility. Catch them in her second skill's trap, and there will be no escape plan inside. Mia, Cecilian, Bane and Layla, your prime targets for Guinevere's devastating combo. Picture this, erasing their HP in a single satisfying combo. It's pure poetry, especially when you manage to ensnare multiple enemies in the whirlpool of her skills. So get ready for some flashy moves and epic moments with Guinevere. But the battle isn't over. The top 2 heroes are gearing up to steal the show. We have Nolan as the second best hero, the assassin extraordinary who's all about low cooldowns and high damage. Let's break down why he took the second spot. Nolan really belongs in the jungle, blitzing through monsters with lightning speed and swiftly moving on to the next. This efficiency in farming sets the foundation for a quick rise, transforming him into a formidable force in just minutes. My golden rule: hit level 4 ASAP. And then it's open season of any hero foolish enough to cross path. His damage output and mobility at this stage are unparalleled. Sneak up on an unexpected hero, and chances are they're in for a nasty surprise. Even those who think they're safe under a turret find themselves at risk. Nolan's first skill packs a punch, and his second skill, it's the key to his swift maneuvering. Now let's talk ultimate. It's a damage powerhouse that not only deals a hefty blow, but also bids farewell to any CC. Perfect for sealing the deal in his combo. But his damage really comes from his passive. Leave rifts in your way, let 2 of them collide, and watch the fireworks. It's a burst of devastating damage. Get up close, activate those abilities, trigger the passive, and you've got yourself an easy kill. When choosing Nolan, scout the enemy lineup. He thrives when facing squishy foes. So heroes like Claude, Angela, Gord and Xavier are prime targets. The less HP they have, the easier your game will be. With only 1 hero to unveil, the anticipation is truly real. So let's finally see who this might be. Belmont is currently the best hero right now, and boy did the recent update turn him into an unstoppable force. First up, the revamped Brute Force chestplates, and War Aches have showered Belmont with love. Brute Force chestplate now stacks up to 6 times, granting physical attack, magic power, movement speed and a sweet 50% control reduction at max stacks. War Aches also gets the upgrades, reaching 6 stacks instead of 8, blessing Belmont with additional physical attack and spell vamp. Hit those 6 stacks and you're dealing extra true damage with every hit. Those extra hits really make Belmont a strong hero. But that's not all. Moonton decided it was Belmont's first time for a little revamp party. Skill 2 now gives him increased movement speed and immunity to CC cancellation, making him a whirlwind of destruction that's almost impossible to stop. The ultimate? It's now CC proof as well, turning Belmont into an even easier hero to master. Belmont, once deemed terrible, has emerged from the shadows as the best in business. He's your go-to hero, especially in the lower ranked matches. Choose him against those slower heroes without escape skills, and you'll find it a cakewalk to reach your target and unleash his power. Think Gord, Mia, Guinevere and Angela. The prime victims for the Belmont transformation. From zero to hero, Belmont has become the reigning king of the battlefield. So these were the 10 best heroes of Mobile Legends right now. But of course, I also like to know which hero in your opinion still misses in this list. Let me know which one you think should be included as well and tell me why that hero deserves its spot. So now you know which are the best heroes to play right now. You can further improve your win rate to check this video about some general tips to really improve your gameplay.